Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm really excited to be talking to Blake, Christian, and Roi Maufas right now about a new housing design project that is hitting Park City in the coming months, years maybe. We'll talking about that right now. It's all about seasonal workers and getting them the housing that they need. How are you two gentlemen doing this morning?
Great.
Excellent. Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it. I'm excited to talk about this because it's something that we've talked about on the show before. We're very grateful for the seasonal workers that come in to Park City and really make things happen during the winter months. But let's talk about the housing situation for them, which has kind of been topsy-turvy in some situations. You guys are trying to create a solution for that, right? Let's talk about that. Roi?
Absolutely, and largely it's about creating a conversation about the solution, because it really is a problem that's going to have to be fixed by, city, county, and private. We've really got to have the whole conversation and see what works for people.
Everyone kind of has to come and sit together at the table and figure out as a community how we're going to make this happen and how we're going to make it work,
exactly.
Right? So what's the steps that you guys are taking, Blake?
So we've been talking about this for at least 2 years up here. I developed this idea about 6 or 7 years ago. And so what we've done is we've actually built the first prototype, and it's a fully functioning 45-foot container, totally off-grid, solar-powered, 5,000 watt system. Again, just a beautiful piece, bamboo finishes, 2-bedroom, sleeps 4, full kitchen, bath.
Some pictures of them right now. It's absolutely, I mean, the finishings in them are very nice. Like we were talking during the break, even though it's a shipping container, and I've seen these designs many times before, they are so comfortable on the inside that you would not have any idea that you're inside of a shipping container. Very homey. It feels very welcoming. It doesn't feel like you're sleeping in this kind of industrial setting, I guess you could say. But from the outside, and the design as well, it kind of goes into it, they're very long lasting. The whole point of the way that you design them is for sustainability. So they last long and they don't leave a very large footprint. Can we kind of talk about that?
Absolutely. We used a 50-year siding, hardy panel. We insulated them really well. There's a contiguous layer of insulation, rigid insulation on the outside, which actually makes the metal of the container work for us as a heat mass to really help maintain temperatures. We also insulate it on the inside, but making sure to not lose all of that space in that kind of a space setting. 2 inches is a big deal.
Absolutely. And we were kind of talking about that during break, about the fact that when you're in a larger environment, you don't notice the small things, the finishing touches, but when you're in an environment that's kind of a little bit more compact like that, it's important to kind of make everything very nice and make sure that everything's finished in the best way possible, because you are going to be up close and personal with those finishing cuts, those finishing welds, stuff like that. So it's important to have that quality of work. We do have a video, actually, I'm pretty sure, that you guys sent to us of one of these. Let's take a look at that right now. Wow, it looks amazing, and like I said, the design looks fantastic. It's going kind of under the name of Park City Base Camp, correct?
Right.
And you were with Guerrilla Design. Let's talk about kind of how you got started in this designing of these kind of sustainable smaller homes in the first place. Where did you get the inspiration?
Well, I moved to Utah after surviving Hurricane Katrina, and so we started to think about buildings that were really going to withstand storms and that sort of thing. And your home really has to do one job. It's to shelter your family from the storm. If it's not doing that, we might want to rethink it.
Then it technically is not a home.
It's not a home, really. Exactly.
Okay.
And so that's where the inspiration sort of started to come from. And I don't know, I say that me and Blake were apparently separated at birth, but it just so happened that we had a conversation about an hour and a half at a Starbucks, and he was telling me about his project, and I was telling him that as it works out, I've been designing these for 12 years, and it was just a natural fit. And to pull in with On Top Solar and Scott Whiting, you can reach those guys at ontopsolarse.com. Those guys have gone above and beyond and really done something different. They don't get a lot of chances to really get to work with battery backup systems, and it's something they've been trying to let people know. You know, when you get blackouts or things like that, your power supply is uninterrupted if you have that.
If you have that solar power.
Right.
Right, and this is designed, you know, we have extreme temperatures. You know, a lot of people that just
Absolutely.
visit here just think it's, you know, snowy in the winter, and then
It's
everything calms
beautiful in
down.
the summer,
Right,
yeah.
but it gets pretty hot. You know, I mean, we have 100-degree days. So this is built with, you know, about an R35 factor with all the insulation. Have a heat pump system that's constantly changing the air in there, so you're getting fresh air all the time.
It's a
and
heat
it works-
recovery ventilator.
It'll work just as well in the summer period because we do, you know, plan on having these occupied in the summer. Might be mountain bikers, might be short-term stayers that, you know, can't afford the normal hotel.
Just staying for a couple days.
Yeah, so these have been purpose-built for the year-round visitor.
Well, it's great when you have when all of this thought goes into the design. I mean, it just comes out flawlessly. Blake, I just kind of want to wrap things up by talking about the fact that we have over 3,000 people as seasonal workers
Right.
come to Park City on a yearly basis. Why is it important that we get this housing for them?
Because, you know, the Parkites have such, you know, we have a fantastic lifestyle here, you know, and we love all the amenities. And a lot of people, you know, sometimes the lifties are kind of the invisible, you know, workforce sector. And if we can't recruit people to work the resorts, and we're, you know, getting to that point where we're pricing them out of the market, then we're not going to have all of those people helping us when we're up on the mountain. And so, for, again, continued lifestyle, for sustainability of our economic model, we need to have affordable housing. And we feel this is not the solution. This
Right.
is a short-term fix until we can build out workforce housing. This has been a 3-decade
Yeah, it's
problem.
been a major issue for a long time.
And we feel that this will keep us from sliding back further. And our units on display for at least another week
At the Utah Film Studios.
Utah Film Studios. So you can kind of go and get a little example of what these look like. You can walk around and actually, I mean, get
Right.
tactile with it and feel everything that's inside of there. Blake, go ahead.
And so they can contact me at either text or call me at 562-305-8050, or contact us on our website, either Gorilla Design or Park City Base Camp.
Park City Base Camp, and that's just parkcitybasecamp.com.
I'm sorry.
Park City Base Camp, Utah.
parkcitybasecamp.utah.com, correct?
Right.
And then Gorilla Designs, that's just
GorillaDesign.org.
Perfect.
Right.
I want to thank both of you for coming on and talking about this. I agree. It's something that needs to be approached in a great way, which you guys are doing, but it's also a solution that needs to be fixed. So
Well,
glad
come
that
on
you guys
out
are
and take a
presenting.
look, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
of course. We need to get out there
Get
and take
everybody
a look
out.
for sure. Blake, always a pleasure having you on.
Thank
pleasure
you.
speaking to you, Roy. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll keep up to date with this and keep you posted with everything that's happening with this Park City Base Camp. We have a little bit of footage coming up here in the next couple days of a tour of one of those sites, so we'll keep you up to date with that as well. Be sure and check out parkcitybasecamp.utah.com and gorilladesigns.org for more information. We'll be right back right here on the Mountain Morning Show. Don't go anywhere.